Welcome. Today we'll be doing the mountain meditation that was originated by Jon Kabat-Zinn. It is similar to a guided imagery, but also asks you to embody the image. If it's not clear what that really means, I invite you to be curious and come along for the journey. When this meditation is done, you'll hear a bell. Begin by finding a position of stability and poise, your upper body balanced over your hips and shoulders. A comfortable but alert posture. Hands on your lap or knees, arms hanging by their own weight, stable and relaxed. Listening to your body if it needs to adjust. And now taking a moment to check in with your body and sensing your feet and your legs, hips, abdomen, torso, and back. Your arms and shoulders, neck, and head. If you are comfortable, allow your eyes to close or your gaze to soften, your awareness coming in, bringing awareness to your breath, the actual physical sensations, feeling each breath as it comes in and goes out, letting it be and just watching, observing the breath, allowing it to flow easily and naturally, being curious of its own rhythm and pace. Allowing the body to be still and sitting with a sense of dignity, a sense of resolve, a sense of being complete, whole, in this very moment, with your posture reflecting this sense of wholeness. And as you sit here, letting an image form in your mind's eye of the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know or have seen or can imagine, letting it gradually come into greater focus. And even if it doesn't come as a visual image, inviting in the sense of this mountain, sort of feeling its overall shape, its lofty peak or peaks high in the sky, the large base rooted in the bedrock of the Earth's crust, its steep or gently sloping sides. Noticing how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, whether from afar or up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its tops and trees reaching down to the base, or rugged granite sides. Maybe not visible from afar, there may be streams and waterfalls cascading down from the slopes. There may be one peak or a series of peaks, or possibly meadows or high lakes. Having a somewhat clear image or sense of your mountain, see if you can merge that sense or image with your sense of your body sitting here, inviting your body and the mountain in your mind to become one, so that as you sit here, you share in the massiveness, the stillness, the majesty of the mountain. You, in essence, become the mountain. Grounded in the sitting posture, your head becomes a lofty peak, which is offered a lofty view and is supported by the rest of the body. Your shoulders and arms are the sides of the mountain. Your hips and legs the solid base, rooted to your cushion or chair. Experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming a little more a breathing mountain, alive and vital, yet unwavering in your inner stillness. Completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, grounded, unmoving presence. As you sit, becoming aware that as the sun travels across the sky, the light, shadows, and colors change virtually moment by moment. But the mountain is still. The surface teems with life and activity, streams, melting snow, waterfalls, plants, and wildlife. The mountain is still. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night, the bright warming sun, followed by the cool night sky studded with stars, the gradual dawning of a new day. The mountain is still. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, constantly changing, yet always being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow from one to another and as the weather changes, moment by moment and day by day. Calmness, abiding all change. In the summer, there is no snow on the mountain except for the tops of the very high peaks or in the crags shielded from direct sunlight. The trees are green and full. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors. In the winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, the mountain may find itself at times cloaked in clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy, rainy, or dark. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and go, tourists may like it or not. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed by how other people see it. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, day or night, it just sits, being itself. at times visited by violent storms, pummeled by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Through it all, the mountain sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flowers bloom on the high meadows and slopes, birds sing in the trees once again, streams overflow with water of the melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit unmoved by the weather, by what happens on its surface, by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self through the seasons, the changing weather, the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our lives, over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we experience constantly the changing nature of the mind and the body and the outer world. We have our own periods of light and dark, activity and inactivity, our moments of color and our moments of drabness. It's true that we've experienced storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world and in our minds and bodies. Buffeted by high winds and cold and rain, we endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use the mountain's energies to support our energy to encounter each moment with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is that it's impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us and much more if we can let it in. And again, becoming aware of the posture of the body, of yourself sitting here, and taking a moment to check in with that body and sense what's going on in your feet and legs, hips, abdomen, torso, and back. Arms, shoulders, neck, and head. And when you are ready, inviting some movement into the body. Thanking yourself for taking the time for this practice. And deepening the breath. and blinking your eyes open, noticing.